How have you worked with your teams to accept the use of a scheduling platform, and maybe some ways you're rewarded? Maybe views every so often to the platform, and you check those and you give rewards for that, or just tell me about what that looks like and how you've kind of prompted people to move through the process of the utilization of technology in their daily lives. So, Chad, do you want to start with that one?
We've been using EasyShifts now for several years. So it's we were using just a time clock for our hourly employees. And so the way we promoted it was that this was even before EasyShifts had an app. Mm-hmm. And they had to come in every day, log onto the computer to go to it, and just showing each person individually. We introduced it as a team, but we sat down individually with each person to show them how simple it is to go in and use it, to eliminate any of those fears. At that time, I had some people who didn't really care for computers, didn't want to embrace some of that. Once they saw how easy it was, and then even when the app came out, I really don't have to sell it anymore for employees. They sell it to each other, and they sell it to their friends that don't work here.
Great. Tom and Marissa?
Yeah, I think, I've also been using it, I think, for 8 or 9, maybe 10 years now. So I remember it being a little difficult for my team to comprehend at first, but whenever I have a new employee, I always just talk about EasyShifts, and I say, it is very adequately named. It is truly easy to use, and that's always their biggest fear, of it being a fairly complex system, but it's very user friendly and it's very simple. And I think once they see that, even for 5 minutes, they are very comfortable in the system and willing to say, okay, yeah, I can totally use that.
Great, thank you. Tom?
Well, for us, we got an online scheduling platform at the request of our staff. I remember how many years we've had EasyShifts now. We had one before EasyShifts as well, which had way more, I'll say, bells and whistles than we even remotely needed. EasyShifts, as Marissa said, is easy. It's much more user friendly. It's what staff wanted, and really, for the most part, especially a lot of the caregivers that we have are typically younger. They love technology. They're so attached to it. It's easy. This phone might take place of a hand one day. Who knows? But so really, to get buy-in wasn't that difficult. The only thing we ever run into on occasion is, okay, you guys know how to make the trades. Make the trade. You don't need to get your director involved, and it's a matter of just being able to show and teach and coach. And they're really willing to use it. I really haven't had pushback on not wanting to use the system at all.
That's great. I think Marissa made a good point earlier that some staff is always going to question the fact that you're giving them the ability to adjust a schedule, right? That's a big responsibility. And it's always been so held close to the vest that the opportunity to have them as active participants could be something brand new to people. But once they find out that they're able to and they can use it, I definitely think it's something that is very helpful to both administration and that frontline worker.